Saribona, welcome, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever the time is. Welcome to this DVD presentation brought to you by Kubral Foundation and Maths and Science Center, 27 Linz Road, eThekwini, KwaZulu-Natal. Our email is roshankubral17@gmail.com, and you can give us some feedback. We'll always welcome feedback from you. Thank you. And the topic for today is trigonometry in the XOY plane, or trigonometry in the Cartesian plane. Right? Trigonometry in the XOY plane or trigonometry in the Cartesian plane. Previously we did trigonometry in the right angled triangle. Today we're going to do it in the Cartesian plane. So let's draw the plane. So there you have your y-axis, there you have your x-axis and your origin. Then you are told that P is the point 34. Therefore, 34 should be somewhere here. And you can draw this line, which is actually, now that's P, and this now line is now actually a radius. It's now actually called a radius, OP. So there's 3. Now the 3 is actually x and the 4 is actually y. Now, so there's angle P. It's point P. Its coordinates are 3, 4, and it forms an angle POX. So there's angle POX. So there's talking about POX, there's POX, angle POX. Right. Now we want sine, cos and tan. So the formula now changes slightly. Now we say that in the Cartesian plane we say that sine POX is equal to y over r. Cos POX is equal to x over r. R is for radius, and tan POX is equal to y over x. So you now have a new way to write down the formula for sine, cos and tan. So sine is y over r, cos is x over r, tan is y over x. So if you want those answers, now you'll find that you got x, you got y, but you haven't got r. So our first job is to find r. So now we rewrite theorem of Pythagoras slightly differently. We now write theorem of Pythagoras as follows. We write it slightly differently now. We say that x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Or you can say r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So, that's how you write the theorem of Pythagoras now. Well, if you're wondering how this happens, if you just drew a triangle here, then this section is really x, and this is really y. So this is really the other side. That's really the other side, and that's really the hypotenuse. But instead of hypotenuse, we now call it radius, and that's x and that's y. All right. So other side squared plus other side squared is equal to hypotenuse squared. Now we are saying x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared, or r squared is equal to that. All right. Now let's find the answer. So, oh no, we haven't found. We need to find now r. So we're going to start with r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So r squared is equal to 3 squared plus 4 squared, which r squared is equal to 25. You put that in the calculator, you get 25. if r squared is 25, then r is equal to square root of 25, which is 5. Now we have found r. R is 5. So r is 5. We can go back to the board and we can write down here that r is equal to 5. We can now write that r is equal to 5. R is equal to 5. Now you want sine p of x. Sine p of x is equal to y over r, which will give you y is 4 over r, which is 5. Then you want cos p of x. It is equal to x over r. X is 3, r is 5. So cos p of x is equal to 3 over 5. And finally you want tan p of x. Tan p of x is equal to y over x. Y is 4, x is 3. So this is 4 over 3. So we have found sine, cos and tan for p over x. So this is trigonometry now in the Cartesian plane. Once again, it doesn't mean you'll always find exact answers like this. Sometimes the radius will be left in surd form. Alright, so we'll give you a few seconds to have a look at that, and then we will do another example.